Hello everybody and welcome back to Steve's Gear. And today we're going to take a look at the Wurkkos TS23 flashlight. The Wurkkos was kind enough to send this out to me, so big thank you to them for sending it out. And I've had it for a couple weeks and I wanted to make kind of an overview video of it. Maybe you're in the market for this flashlight specifically, or just in the market for the new flashlight in general. Maybe this one will be a good one for you. Now at the end of the video, I'm going to cut in a very short outdoor beam shot video of this. It's not real long, but I kind of try to show you guys the distance that this light has, which is one of the things I really like about it. Now let's take a look at the box. As you can see, this one has a max output of 5,000 lumens with a max throw of 482 meters. So it's got pretty good distance and pretty bright, and I can vouch for both of those. Now on the back of the box, you're going to see a few specs here on the back if you want to pause and read that. I won't go over every single lumen mode in every mode because I know that can be kind of boring sometimes. It does have IP68 water resistance, which is important, I think, in a light like this, where it's probably going to have more of an outdoor application. So I do like that. And then on the bottom of the box, you're going to see that this is the TS23. Now this one is running the XHP70D HI LED emitter, which I don't know a ton about LEDs, but I've read about this one and it seems to be a pretty powerful LED, so that's good. And you can see it has a 6,000 and 6,500K color temperature on it, so it's kind of nice. And it is made in China. So let's take the sleeve off. Wurkkos has pretty nice packaging. You're going to get a nice magnetic box here on the inside. You're going to get a lanyard if you want to use it, and it does come with 2 replacement O-rings for the light as well. You're going to get a user manual, which does have some useful stuff in it because this one actually has 2 different modes. You can use it in tactical mode or outdoor mode, which we'll go over a little bit in the video itself. And then you get a little bit more detailed specs there if you want to kind of pause and read a little bit more of the detailed specs. You also get your USB-A to USB-C charging cable as well. So kind of nice to include all that stuff in the box. Now let's take a look at the flashlight. That's the part that everybody cares about the most. Now it's a little bit big on the bigger side. It's bigger than definitely your EDC flashlight you probably carry, but it's not incredibly huge, especially for the power you get out of it. Now I have average size hands. I would say I wear the extra large size glove. I just have kind of fat fingers. But as I'm holding on to it, you can see that plenty of grip on it. I can fit a whole hand on it, no problem. Even if I was wearing big, wintertime gloves or something, I wouldn't have a problem holding on to this one at all. Now it does have some pretty aggressive texture here on the handle, which I do appreciate. I like the more aggressive texture, especially if you're using this in the rain or the outdoors when it's snowing or something like that. It gives you that extra grip with gloves or whatnot. Now you do get a pocket clip, which you can remove if you want to. It is a little bit big for a pocket, but you can still put it in your pocket. But for me, like if I'm using a backpack or a sling bag or something like that that has some mold on the outside of it, super easy to clip this on and just carry it around as you're going around outdoors. Now you do have a little LED indicator there for your battery life, so it's always kind of nice to have that. Down here at the bottom, you get a charging flap, which you can pull up and expose your USB-C charger. Pretty easy to use. It does fit back in pretty good, pretty easy to pull out, pretty easy to put back in. Now reading about this flashlight, they actually consciously put the charger on the bottom versus up at the top like you see on some flashlights to better help with the thermal management of this light, which we all know, these powerful flashlights are a little bit more, higher powered can sometimes suffer from problems with heat, especially on using them on turbo or high mode for a long point of time. So it's nice that they thought about that and they put it down here to help mitigate that a little bit. Now, another thing I really like about this flashlight is it has an electronic tail switch. Now, I like tail switches on my flashlights, especially ones I use outdoors. And I have one other flashlight with this electronic tail switch, and I've really learned to like them. One is they still do provide some tactile feedback when you push them. Another is you can push anywhere on the button and you're going to get the same kind of you're going to get the same response. Sometimes when you're outdoors and you're wearing gloves or something, sometimes the old rubber style ones, well, they do work good. Sometimes they kind of roll around. You have to get the click right, when you're using your big gloves. So I like these ones. They're very accurate and they work very well. Another benefit of them is you can tail stand them, no problem at all. So you get a tail cap switch that you can tail stand with no problem at all, which I like. Now, if we take a look at the battery in here, you get a pretty good sized battery. It is a Wurkkos branded battery, and you're going to get a 21700 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So plenty of power in this one, which is a good thing. I haven't had to charge it up too much, which I like. Take a look at the inside of there if you want to take a look at the inside of the head. Threads and everything seem to be well done. Screws together super smooth, and you do get a little bit of that gasket right there, that O-ring. You get a few replacements if you need to use it. Kind of give you that waterproof seal in there. Now on the head of the flashlight, you do get a little bit of a crown here, as you can see. One thing a little bit different about this is it actually has 4 tungsten inset beads on the crown. So if you want to use this for maybe a little bit of a glass breaker or something, you could use it for that. Now inside here, as you notice, there's going to be that orange peel style reflector, kind of, you know, put together with that high powered LED, and you do get a full glass lens with the anti-reflective coating. So that's pretty nice. Now let's talk about some of the modes of this. And like I said at the beginning, you do get a outdoor mode and a tactical mode. So it's going to be up to you which mode would be most beneficial for you. I'm going to kind of tell you how I'm going to use it, and you'll see if maybe that would be a good usage case for you. Now, in any mode, either mode, if you hold the button down, you're going to access your moonlight mode. So pretty standard. You can access that just by holding the button down, pretty easy. And then if you push it again, now it's going to go straight into turbo mode. So I'm in tactical mode right now. So just one button push, you go straight into turbo, full power. Now, if you go into that mode and you hold the button down, you can go into medium mode. So inside tactical mode, you get two things. You get turbo mode and medium mode. Now, those are the only two light outputs that you get in this mode, except for you do get your SOS, your strobe, and your beacon mode in here. Now, while you're in tactical mode, it's 2 button presses to enter those modes. So I'm going to just give you a little bit of a strobe warning. I'm going to push it twice, enter strobe mode 2 more times. I'm going to enter SOS mode 2 more times, and it will go into beacon mode. So pretty cool. I like the fact that you do have all those options if you need to. And this is the mode that I kind of plan to use for me for this light. I don't really have a tactical flashlight for the house or anything like that. I've never really thought about needing one too much. But I think this is going to be a light that I'm going to leave on the nightstand. And if I ever need it, all I got to do is pick it up, one button push, and I'm at full turbo mode. And I do kind of like that about it. And so that's kind of how I plan to use it. And if I need to, I got 2 button presses that I can get straight into that strobe mode. So it's just less button clicks, less for you to remember in a stressful situation. And I do like that. Now, if you want to use it outdoors, or if I want to go, maybe I want to go hit a trail or I want to go fishing or something, and I want to use outdoor mode, very easy to access. Once the light's on, you do 4 clicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll see it kind of flash, and it will enter into outdoor mode. I didn't push it fast enough, but enters into outdoor mode. Now, in outdoor mode, it's kind of going to be your standard flashlight modes, something that a lot of people are comfortable with or a lot of people have seen. Now, you can still push it down for your moonlight mode, but once you access your other modes, you're going to go into eco mode, low mode, medium mode, high mode. You can just cycle through all those modes by holding the button down. So kind of what people are used to. You can double tap to you enter the turbo mode, and then you can triple tap to enter that strobe mode. So kind of just your standard modes you're used to seeing. If you're used to conventional style flashlights, outdoor mode will be the most comfortable for you. And then if you want to switch it over to tactical mode, you'll have to just get used to having the 2 modes. So that's kind of a brief overview of those ones. Like I said, I'm not going to go through each lumen output of every mode. You can kind of take a look at that, on the box. But it is bright. I do appreciate the fact that this does have very far throw. It does have a pretty hot spot in the middle of the beam, but plenty of flood to kind of see around it. And it reached as far as I could basically see, when I did the outdoor shot, which you'll kind of hopefully be able to see in the beam shot a little bit. But yeah, great. So for me, this is going to be one I'm going to leave on the nightstand. I'm just going to leave it propped up, and if I need it, I just pick it up, one button click, and I will go into that turbo mode. So that's how I plan to use it. Let me know in the comments what you think, what mode you would use, if you think it's beneficial or not beneficial. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. But I'll go ahead and cut in that outdoor clip now. And I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. All right, guys, we're out here early morning on the trail, and I brought the Wurkkos flashlight out here just to kind of demonstrate the high mode on this Wurkkos. It's 5,000 lumens, and it is very bright, and it does have a pretty far throw. So let's go ahead and turn it on, and I'll let you guys get a look at it. All right, so as you can see, this is bright, and it does have a pretty far throw. I mean, it's hard to even show you guys the full capability of it. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but great definition in the trees. I mean, it's like a spotlight out here, so does really, really good. Right now I have it in that tactical mode, so I can switch it down to the medium mode. And even on medium mode, I mean, it has quite a bit of output. So you could definitely see pretty far just on medium mode. So great flashlight, great brightness. Really, really like that tactical mode. But that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for checking it out.